Boy, am I excited for this video. I feel like it's a trend that's going around and they're like, oh, red flag. Hello, I do it. I actually was like talking to someone and I actually call him red flag guy because he was so full of red flags that I was like, I can't even call you your name. You are now red flag guy. Heck yeah, I wore red for this video. I don't just drink coffee. It blows my mind too, but you know what? I need water. I don't actually just drink water. I do the liquid IV in there because I will not just drink plain water. Okay. I was actually in the process of listening to my 1 out of my 100 books that I was reading, and they started going over like the scientific breakdown of your gut. I never knew that your intuition, like your gut feeling, was like scientific. I just thought I'm like, oh, I am super intuitive, I know. And so are you. Like everyone has that going on, that connection. So without further ado, I'm going to unpack the red flags and why you should not ignore them. It's bad for your time. Don't waste time on red flag guy. Did you know that your gut actually makes the same chemical as your brain when it's processing things? So when you're feeling like, you know, when you're in the movies and you hear that, that's like that feeling in your belly. That's what I call a gut feeling, like that. I'm gonna try to find the sound effect. It's like the beat drops and you're like, oh my God. That's a gut feeling. That's that connection, y'all. Oh, here we go. Here's the good little nugget here. They are feelings of intuition that occur when the neurons in your gut communicate with those in your brain. So it's like a literal neuron Did I even go to school? Did I even go to school? It's a connection, a neuron connection. Like, hello. Get the butterflies confused. Like, say you're on a date with this guy and you're like, he's so cute. And you're like all in your feels and you're like, I have butterflies. That's not necessarily like a bad thing, right? You should be able to discern like, oh, this is a good feeling. Oh, this is a bad feeling. If you're feeling butterflies, that's fantastic because I don't even remember what butterflies feel like. Just kidding. Or am I explained it earlier. A sinking sensation in the pit of your stomach. That's how I usually know. I just get that like download and I'm like, oh, sugar, this is gonna be bad if I don't walk away. I didn't want to like make this video and be like, oh, let me like look at my phone and read on it the whole time. But I didn't want to speak on it and be wrong. Like I wanted it to be perfect and be like, look, this is exactly what Google says. It has to be true, right? You have instincts for a reason. You have a gut feeling for a reason. So for me, like I should probably change this, but like if I'm ever in a situation where I'm like, okay, 3 strikes, you're out, maybe like reduce it to like 2. Because I feel like sometimes people make mistakes. Like I could be a red flag sometimes. Like sometimes I don't text back for like a day. Sometimes I have to cancel plans. Sometimes, you know, whatever the case may be. And those things can sometimes be misinterpreted. Oh my God, when I was like Googling this, all I could think about was Ted Bundy. Like imagine being on a date back then with Ted Bundy. Because I actually think he dated a couple girls and they were like, yeah, he was great. Like didn't he have like a daughter and like a wife or something? You're like thinking about dating someone and there's red flags. Don't ignore those because they're there for a reason. Your intuition's there for a reason. Like trust yourself. Like you're allowed to trust yourself. Really pay attention to those red flags. Yeah. I used to get in trouble in school all the time. They'd be like, stop doodling. Stop being weird. Stop laughing. I got in so much trouble in school. Not because I was being naughty. It was because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I'm like, bruh, I'm here all day. Am I supposed to be like this all day? Yes, ma'am. No, just can't and won't. If you think you're on a date with Ted Bundy, run. I actually know someone who looks sickeningly like Ted Bundy. Like this, like this, like this. I had a friend tell me once, they're like, you literally have a song for everything, and it is true. I am constantly, my mind goes a mile a minute. Someone had broken this down for me years ago. My mom would always say, everyone in my life that knows me, loves me, they're like, your intuition is spot on, girl. And I'm like, I know, thanks. It's like a scientific thing. I never knew up until like maybe 2-3 weeks ago that it was like actually like a scientific thing that's going on in our bodies that's there to protect us and keep us safe. So I am here to share that with you. It is scientific. It is not woo. It is not out of the field, left field, right field, whatever field you think it's in. It's not. It is in the ballpark. It is there for a reason. Teach your kids that. Hey, did you know that when your gut feels all funky and funny, it's because your brain is sending a signal to it. So when you feel like that van offering you candy isn't safe, there's like a literal reason why. They're probably going to kidnap you. Stranger danger. It is a thing. Teach your kids stranger danger too. Or your friends. Because I feel like a lot of people nowadays would be like, oh my God, free candy. I'm thirsty and hungry and I want candy. Give me some.